iDiskiTV, powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskiTimes.co.za. Orlando Pirates 2. Yeah, CL Belouizdad 1. Orlando Pirates starting off on a high note in CAF Champions League group stages as the season 2024-2025. Beautiful goals by a youngster bathi ngumfana weCocomelon naye Mohaungota scoring a worldie second goal kulo mdlalo. Umdlalo obaleke kakhulu for Orlando Pirates with 3 points. Very important uqala ngo 3 points kwi group stages CAF Champions League. An important win for ezimnyama. But to talk about lo mdlalo, I've got Lindo Pep. Kunjani mfowethu?
Kunjani nje?
No.
Mathi ngibulisa the legendary Vilakazi, ngibulisa Mr Nkululeko Nkewu, ngibulisa uBobo Mncithi, ngibulisa out yami uJunior Khanye Khohlo, ngibulisa no Justice. Sheni athi siqale kanje lento siphule kancane man. Congratulations to Orlando Pirates, congratulations to the technical team, of course uJose Rivero and his technical team, congratulations to the players as well. Shane, ngicela ukudlala under 23. I want to see something. Because the Cocomelon football, yes, Shane. Cocomelon football is coming, Shane. Mina bengicela one thing, Shane. Bengicela ubhekele under 23. I know his selection is going to be. Bengicela bayenze game nanoma against Brazil, Spain. There's something I want to see in Japan, Shane. Ngale Cocomelon football, incredible talent that these boys are displaying. I think they've got the right tactical discipline. I think they've got the right tactical acumen as well. Yeah. Technically very good. Understands the club that they are playing for, more especially Urile Nonkota. I think both of them understand they've got the right personality, the right character to play for Orlando Pirates. Shane Nkelupege, there's 2 critical moments I want to talk about. Is in the start of the game. It's a critical phase of the game, 6 minutes. Every big club understands how to manage the game in those situations. But what the Orlando Pirates did is incredible. There's a clip they sent me. They overloaded, Shane, the red zone. We call it the red zone, or you can call it the pivotal role. The pivotal zone. What is that? It's the distance between the defense and the midfield. That spaceless, yeah. That's where Unkota, if you can check Umakhopa, upile off. In the picture of the first goal, Unkota, Umakhopa is on the left, Umonyano Overlepile is on the right hand side, and then you will find Unkota no Rile playing both as number 10s in the red zone. He receives the ball. I think Utata a bad touch, Unkota capitalizes from that. But if you are check, Umakhopa actually, I'm sorry, it's not on the left. Umakhopa actually is the one that wins the header. He's the one, but and then Utolu Tion Hoto on the left hand side. Umakhopa wins that header. He takes a bad touch, Unkota capitalizes from that. But the second detail is the second goal. For me, the same kind of goal, identical. Overload the red zone. Because they understood that Basalange defensive midfield they won, Gujakas Mbe. There's the 25, there's a 20 out 25 years Cameroon, but Ujakwas Mbai, Shamini, Uchaman, Shana, number 20.
Yeah, the one substitute, I think early in the second half.
Kalama fans, Mungazu Kipaganjanu, Lemunbeka Katimalia Bugash. I understand Shane Bangene late came in. Yeah. They had to react immediately after Pirates scored their second goal. I think the first one was a surprise. The Orlando Pirates scored in a critical phase. Yeah. The second goal obviously was a shocker. It was a stunner as well, incredible finish from the boy. Because in Jobang Chela, they moved, they overload the red zone, Babashang 2v1. Because if you are Chekuchamanu 1 la percent, Urile no coach, Abashai 2v1 la Payanu really a connector, Elantoni shining Kunzendo. I think the boy, you know what, Shane, there's an opportunity caught in the first half. And I think that's what the game model of Orlando Pirates was. Use the pace and use the intelligence of and the energy as well. Kankota no really, more especially behind. Because Umakhopa doesn't give you that. What does Umakhopa give you as a striker? He gives you the press. He's got an unbelievable press in him. There's a reason why this team started playing like this in the first half. And credit to Umakhopa me. But not only him alone, that department, Tito Maswangai, just behind Umakhopa, making sure that he's aggressive in press yake. Unkota, he's got an unbelievable press. Work rate as well, Unkota. Sure. On the right as well, Urilem Fukeng. That department, they did exceptionally well. Because you know what they did, Shane? They forced Ipela to go, ERC Pela, I hope I'm pronouncing them right, to go wide, Shane. Block the direct line, but then immediately when they go wide, more especially from a fullback position, there's no pass. Umakhopa, Unkota, Utito, Nomfuke, credit to them. They force them to go long. But also that's part of their game plan because they've got a player, a 36-year-old Islam Slimani, a former Leicester striker, of course, off. In my opinion, but also credit to Usbisi, credit to Sesana with dealing with him. Because in modern football, there's this ball that they play in between those two centre backs. It's a dangerous ball. I think Usbisi won about three of those balls in the first half. Sesana, obviously, because sometimes I'm disturber. I understand why they are zonal, meaning I'm a set piece too. Because I felt that they were supposed to go 1v1. Because the only dangerous player, Engabeka caused a problem, Uslimani. But obviously, they got a goal on Umayo, which is something that Jose Rivero, in my opinion, should be very angry. Someone should have picked Umayo in that box. But the boy boy came in the first half, and for me, in my opinion, changed the game. I think the coach made the right decision by bringing in Umayo in the first half, because if you are checker the profile of Slimani, the game plan opponent, the balls go wide into number 11, bring in a cross or from the right hand side as well. But the game plan and the tactical format, if you check, they try to overload the left hand side, attack Yabo, which is the right hand side, defense Orlando Pirates from the side Gamunyan, and then plays those deep diagonal balls. Exactly in Jengama case, identical in Jengama case. But for overload the other side to fill into. But Jobang shows BC Sesane dealt with those balls well. If you checker also, Uhoto had a different responsibility from the one he has when he plays Gupeto Premiership. Umonyane the very same. Their responsibility is not uguti team rely go attack, but role yabo today was to support the attack. If you check Orlando Pirates namhlanje, and this is how you play a CAF Champions League game, away game, Shane. You want to use their wingers. You want to rely go attack yako. Ubani attack yake vanach umahopa, urile, ulentuza, utito. And for me, those 4 players played exceptionally well, more especially in the final third. They caused so much problems. If we check the first half, Shane, and if you're watching the game, for me it was the most exciting game to watch because it was open. And also, I need to say this, Shane. The Orlando Pirates, I heard it issue, but I need to say this. Orlando Pirates has the best attack, but not just the best attack. They play the most exciting football, in my opinion. When you're watching Orlando Pirates, Shane, you get excited. They get me off my seat. They've got exciting players. They keep the ball very well, even though Umbata, Nomakaula, in my opinion, and this is something that we always say, something since the start of the season I've been saying, I've been praising the boy, in my opinion, even from last season. I'm a talent our fan, but did well as well for Bafana, but I need more from the boy. I need him to understand that he cannot lose the ball in a red zone. He cannot lose the ball there. It's dangerous. If you check, Nale pass le, Uzo is right. Nale pass I by Fagil, I think in the start of the game, took a bad touch, Lapaya. They could have capitalized. The very same Umakaula. They need to understand that they cannot lose the ball in that area. For me, Shane, or in the second half, this is a living proof that Orlando Pirates needs a general. Big clubs play with a special number 8. A player that can do everything. A number 8 that attacks like a number 10, that thinks like a number 10. And a number 8 that defends like a 6.
Who is that player? And
that player, in my opinion, is Jaden Adams. I think Orlando Pirates needs to make this deal. I think Orlando Pirates, for them to get into the next level, Shane, just like Imamari Sundowns with the coach Rulani in January, he said to the club, can I please have a lodge? I will win the CAF Champions League. Can I have a Mabasa? I will win the CAF Champions League. I think for me, Orlando Pirates is the same identical thing. I said to you in the car when we were coming, Shane, by E1 February, if they are top of the log, for me, in my opinion, the best signing that they can do is a general. And the best general in the league, in my opinion, is Jaden Adams.
Yazi, ever since coach Jose Rivero gave Moha Ungota a chance, seems like the boy, Akangapinda Chongemva again. I don't think there's anyone in their wildest dream would have expected a 20-year-old Moha Ungota. I mean, it's happening in Europe, but yazi, in the countries, if you are a 20-year-old, Sologo City now is still a youngster, loan him out. But Jose Rivera was brave enough, started with Ungota Namhlanje in a critical CAF Champions League game. What does that say in the coaching against the Orlando Pirates? Because you must also remember there were 4 players from mid-development of Orlando Pirates. There's Sesane, there's Monyane, there's Ngota, there was Zorile. What does that say in the coaching coach Jose Rivero and the belief yake ku players zakhe?
I should credit to coach Tukutu Makanya mfethu for kuletha le Kokomolo into the first team. But Ingwenya man gives players independence, creativity, and allows players to express themselves. Shane. For me, I think coach Rivero is coaching by encourage development coaches to do. Shane. Stop coaching players on the ball. Your job as the coach is to fix the tactical structure. Coach the players off the ball. Coach a player robot. I think Leana allows players to express themselves. I think also he's got the eye for talent. He knows when to select development player. And Shane, I had said this so many times. We lack coaches in this country that have the eye to say this boy is ready to be a first-team player. And credit to Jose Rivero for keeping him in a critical game. Playing him 90, okay, maybe not 90 minutes, a big part of the game, more than 85 minutes. The boy scores 2 goals as well, Shane. And this says to me, after this performance, Shane, I said to you, I will start judging Orlando Pirates after the 6 games of the CAF Champions League. Yeah. In my opinion, this makes them serious challengers. I think if Mamelodi Sundowns, which are Abantaba City standard in the league, I think after watching Orlando Pirates today, understanding how well they played in the first half, the Orlando Pirates needs to learn how to play Champions League game, more especially after a period how they played in the second half. They need to learn how to manage the game. Yeah. They need to understand that they can manage the game by keeping the ball, Shane. It's still part of the game. They can defend with the ball. They can manage the game. For example, Upetuma Kaula, Upetumbata. the best players, you need players that can manage the game on the bench. For me, they need a player like Tim. Like I said to you, Shane, in January, they have an opportunity to fix this. Right? Because they do have Rasaboja, who I feel needs time, but I think the player who's ready, because they want to win the league, Shane, and they want to compete in the CAF Champions League, the player who's ready and who can help them in that position is Jaden Adams. But Shane, yeah, like I said to me, congratulations to Orlando Pirates. For me, man of the match, number 8. He's a Algerian midfielder. Yeah, Algerian Iniesta.
Top class midfielder. Top class.
100% pass completion, never lost the ball. Yonki game, very creative. For me, he plays like a South African midfielder. But also, I need to mention, special mention to Mohaung. The boy scored an exceptional goal. Boy, Tona, keep going. You've done well for yourself ever since you came into the Orlando Pirates. You're competing against some incredible players there. There's a highly rated player that you're competing against, which is Usaling. There's a high-profile player that was brought into the club, Ukilbeto. And in my opinion, you deserve to start, and you've done incredibly well. You've scored important goals for the club. You've played games of consequence. You've played matches that matter. And lastly, credit to Usbisi. I think he doesn't deserve his flowers. I think for the first time, I think he deserves his flowers. The fact that we haven't mentioned Zunda in the last 5 games, I think it's credit to Usbisi. If you can check, the yellow card is the one that I can say, okay, Ntwana, unnecessary yellow card. But if you can check his performance on the ball, I think the boy has done well on the ball. If you can check his primary job, which is to defend, I think he defended very well in Anosesane, more especially in the show to Sliman Uba quiet.
Wow. I couldn't have said it any better. I mean, well done to Orlando Pirates. 3 points is very important. Uqala imidlalo ye CAF Champions League. Remember earlier Ahly in their group, they won by 4-2, which sets Uguti that second game at Orlando in the next couple of weeks. Not in the next couple of weeks. Next week, in fact, at Orlando Stadium. Amapagania must go all out and support their team. You saw what happened namhlanje Algeria. All those lasers, yonke ezazinto bezibu even though we score being 2-0, but you could see players the Belouizdad, they had that belief because fans they were behind them, they were singing, they were chanting, jumping up and down. So you could see the team, they were playing with the confidence, and they had that belief. The second goal was coming, but it wasn't to be. Usibisi no Sasan at the back, Usipo Chain, they worked so hard to make sure Orlando Pirates comes back with 3 points. Algeria, Mapagania, go and buy those tickets and fill up Orlando Stadium for Umdlalo next week against Ahly. It's a very important game. But yeah, that's it for iDiskiTV.